Welcome back to Tungal College online classes. Hello students, how are you all? In last class you learned sp2 hybridization and sp3 hybridization. The today's topic is sp3d hybridization. Now let us discuss sp3d hybridization. sp3d hybridization involves the intermixing of one s orbital and 3 p orbitals and 1 d orbitals, resulting in the formation of 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals. Now let us understand by taking orbitals. The intermixing of one s orbital and 3 p orbitals. 3 p orbitals. And how many d orbitals we have? 1 d orbital and 1 d orbitals. D orbital, resulting in the formation of how many number of sp3d hybrid orbitals? That depends upon how many number of pure atomic orbitals are involved in the hybridization. How many involved? This is the 1, here is 3, so 1 plus 3 4, and this is 1. Total number of hybrid orbitals involved in hybridization is equal to how many? 5. So 5 is involved in the hybridization, pure atomic orbitals. So you will get 5 hybrid orbitals. I am writing 5 hybrid orbitals. This is the first one, and this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth. And this is one sp3d hybrid orbital, this is another sp3d, all are sp3d hybrid orbitals. sp3d hybrid orbitals. So this statement, we have to write this statement. So what is the statement? Intermixing of one s orbital, 3 p orbitals, 1 d orbital, resulting in the formation of 5 sp3d hybrid orbitals. Write the sentence. It involves the intermixing of one s orbital and how many p orbitals? 3 p orbitals, 3 p orbitals, and how many d orbitals? 1 d orbital and 1 d orbital, resulting in the formation of how many hybrid orbitals? 5 hybrid orbitals. This is the statement 1. Next statement, total we have 4 statements we have read. This is the first one, second one. So percentage of spd in the sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridals have so total 5 orbitals is the total percentage. We have to take 100 divided by 5 orbitals. So you are getting 5 will be there. 1s, 3p, 1d, total 5 will be there. We have to divide 100 by 5, will get 20% for each orbital. So here is 20% for s orbital. Each p orbital is 20%, total will get 60%. D orbital is only one is at 20%. Write the same sentence. The sp3 hybrid orbitals have 20% of s character, 20% of s character, 60% of p character, and 20% of d character. This is the percentage of orbital in sp3d hybridization. Then next point is we have to take angle between the hybrid orbitals. What is the angle between the hybrid orbitals? We have to find. So if you take these two hybrid orbitals, the angle will be taken as 90 degrees. In this case, we will be taken as 120 degrees. The angle is 120 degrees. For these two orbitals, we will be taken as the angle is 90 degrees. This point you will understand in detail in while taking the molecule. We will get clarity. Angle between the hybrid orbitals 190 and 120. So simply remember the angle between the hybrid orbitals is 90 degrees and 120 degrees. Write the same sentence. The angle between the angle between hybrid orbitals. The angle between hybrid orbitals is 90 degrees and 120 degrees. Two angles is above. Some orbitals have 90 degrees, some hybrid, these two have 90 degrees, some may have 120 degrees. Angle is 90 and 120 degrees. This is the third point. And point number 4. The point number 4 regarding the shape of the molecule. The molecules having sp3 hybridization has what is the shape? Trigonal bipyramidal. The shape of the molecule having sp3 dehybridization. The shape of the molecule having sp3 dehybridization is trigonal bipyramidal. So you'll understand by taking an example this one also. Now let us discuss sp3 hybridization by taking one example. Example for sp3 dehybridization is PCl5. I'm taking PCl5 molecule. So we have to write two steps. The step one is hybridization and the second one is overlapping. First step I'm writing hybridization. The first step is hybridization. And we have to take the central atom. To the central atom we have to write electronic configuration. Take the central atom. What is the central atom we have here? Phosphorus. And its atomic number is 15. So we have to write electronic configuration to phosphorus. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. Even you can take 3d0. D orbital also is involved, so that d is 0. And we have to write orbital diagram for these valence shells orbitals. So 3s2, there are 2 electrons, 1, 2. P orbitals we have 3, 1, 2, 3. It has 1 electron each. Right, d orbital there is an electron. Total we have 5 d orbitals, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here is a d0. D0 is no electron present in the d orbital. So total electron present in the phosphorus is 15. 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 2 and 3. Total will be 5. So 10 plus 5 15. D is equal to 0. No, there is no electron in the d orbital. This point is clear. Now we have to write excited state electronic configuration for this. This electronic configuration is called as a ground state. Ground state electronic configuration. Clear? Then we have to write excited state electronic configuration for this phosphorus, because here is 5 chlorines is there, but how many single electrons we have? 1, 2, 3 only is there. So we required 5. So that the electrons present in the 3s2 will be jumped to the 3d. The electron present in the 3s2 orbital will be jumped to 3d. Then configuration will get is phosphorus 15. Its electron configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. 1 electron jumped here. Then number of electrons in the 3s is 2 will become only 1. 1 electron is jumped. Then 3p3 and this 3d will become 1 electron came from s orbital to d orbital. Then will become 3d1. So this is the electronic configuration. This is called as excited state electronic configuration. Again we have to write orbital boxes to it. So 1, it has only 1 electron. Each p orbital has 1 electron. Clear? This d orbital also has 1 electron. So it also has 1 electron. So this is a s orbital. This electronic configuration is called as a excited state. Excited state electronic configuration. This is excited state electronic configuration. Then how many s orbital? 1 s orbital is there. How many p? 1, 2, 3. 3 p orbitals. 3 p orbitals. How many d is there with single electron? 1 d orbital. All these will intermix. How many are intermixing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 orbitals are intermixing. How many hybrid orbitals will get? 5 is intermixing, get 5 hybrid orbitals. I am writing them. So this is the first one. And this is the second one. And this is the third one. Fourth, this is the fifth. All these are sp3d hybrid orbitals. So this is another one. All these are sp3d hybrid orbitals. So this is the first step, hybridization step. Then after hybridization, we have to do second step, overlapping. Overlapping of hybrid orbitals of phosphorus with chlorine. Then we have to write a second step, overlapping. Second step is overlapping. So to overlapping, we have to take how many chlorines? 5 chlorines here. We have to take a chlorine electronic configurations. Chlorine. So chlorine is atomic number is 17. Electron configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. 3s2, 3p5. So this case we have to write orbital diagrams. If you write the orbital diagrams, I am writing this side only 3s 3p5 I am taking. I am not taking inner shells. I am taking only valence shell. Valence shell is 3s to 3p. This is the 1s first shell. 2 this is the second shell. 3s to 3p this is the third shell. So I am writing orbital diagrams for only valence shell. So this is 3s. How many electrons is there? 1, 2. And I am writing 3p. 3p3 how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One is vacant p orbital is there. So one is one p orbital with a single electron. This p orbital we have to take. Next, how many chlorines is there? Total 5 chlorines. So we have to take 5 chlorines like that. So this is the second chlorine. This is third chlorine. This is fourth chlorine. This is fifth chlorine. So total we have to take 5 chlorines. All the 5 chlorines have a same electronic configuration. So electronic configuration remains the same. For all the cases, electronic configuration remains same. So directly I am taking orbital diagrams. This one also has 3s to 3p5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here also one p orbital is there. So this p orbital we have to take. Electron configuration remains same, so that I am not writing directly. I am writing electronic configuration in the form of orbital diagrams. I am writing electronic configuration, but orbital diagrams I am taking. So this chlorine I am taking, third chlorine. For this chlorine also 3s to 3p5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It also has one p orbital with single electron. These are paired, this is with a single electron. And remaining 2 chlorines is there. We have to write for all chlorines. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is another p orbital. So 1, 2, 3, 4 p orbitals we got. One more is there, PCl5, 5 chlorines. We have to write one more p orbital. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This has only single electron. This is another p orbital we have to take. The total number of p orbitals is 1, 2, 3, 4 and this is 5. Totally we have to take 5 p orbitals, and these 5 p orbitals overlaps with sp3d hybridized orbital of phosphorus. Then I am taking the first sp3d hybridized orbital of phosphorus. This is sp3d hybridized orbitals of phosphorus. sp3d, this is sp3d, we have to label it. This is sp3d and this is another sp3d hybridized orbital. Now we have to take these 5 p orbitals, then overlapping. So 5 p orbitals will be like this. This is the first p orbital. Second p orbital I am writing here. Second p orbital is like this. This is the second p orbital. I am taking this third p orbital. This is third p orbital, and I am taking here is a fourth p orbital. This is a fourth p orbital, and one more is that this is the fifth p orbital. This is the fifth p orbital. So overlapping will be taking place. So how the overlapping is? These two overlap, these two overlap, these two, and all these two overlap one another. So I am showing here how the overlapping will be there. So all these are sp3d hybrid orbitals. I am overlapping with p orbital. So this is the overlapping, right? This p orbital I am overlapping. This is the overlapping in this case. I'm doing this one. So this is the overlapping for this case. This case, this is the overlapping. So this is a sp3d, this is a p orbital of chlorine. This is sp3d, this is the p orbital. And this is sp3d, this is the p orbital. We have to label it in examination while writing the structure. So we have to label each and every time sp3d, sp3d, and this is from the p orbital. You have to label it. P orbital of whom we have to write. This is the p orbital of chlorine. This is also p orbital of chlorine. This is also p orbital of chlorine. This is the p orbital of chlorine. So this is the hybridization, and this is the hybridization. This is the overlapping. After overlapping, what we have to write is the structure of the molecule we have to write. So how to write the structure of the molecule? So central will be what is the element is present, phosphorus. So I am taking the phosphorus. This is the phosphorus. And how many? This is the one chlorine. This bond will be made by the one chlorine. So this is one chlorine. And this bond is another chlorine. This is the second chlorine. This is the second chlorine, isn't it? And one chlorine towards this direction. This is another chlorine, third chlorine. These three chlorines are present in one plane. So all these chlorines are present in one plane. All these chlorines are present in one plane. And one chlorine is above this chlorine. This I am writing. This is the above the plane, first chlorine, and this is the another chlorine. So this is the structure of PCl5. Pass by the center, 3 chlorines surrounds it. Then angle between any two chlorines, angle between these two chlorines, so 3 chlorines are perpendicular to each other. 3 chlorines are present in a one plane. So here is the one chlorine, here is another chlorine, here is another. 3 chlorines present in a one plane. One chlorine is above the plane, one chlorine is below the plane. So these three, this chlorine, I am labeling this chlorine, and this chlorine. These 3 chlorines are present in a one plane. So the angle between these two cases will be taken as 120 degrees. The angle between them is 120 degrees. And remaining chlorines, one chlorine is above the plane, one chlorine is below the plane. So angle between these two chlorines will be taken as 3 chlorines will be like this, one chlorine is above the plane. This angle will be taken as, this angle is how much? 90 degrees. This angle will be taken as 90 degrees. So the angle is 120 degrees and 90 degrees. So the molecule with sp3d hybridization, the shape of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. The shape is trigonal bipyramidal. This is the shape of the molecule. So you have to must aware of structure of PCl5. I am rewriting here. Look at, if you confuse there, I am rewriting here. Phosphorus at the center. I am rewriting the structure. Phosphorus at the center. So here is overlapping will be takes place. This is the one overlapping. This is the second one. Each hybrid orbitals overlap like this. This is overlapped here with chlorine. This is overlapped here. This is overlapped. Each overlapping this is one chlorine bond. Phosphorus chlorine bond. This is one chlorine. This is the second chlorine, and this is the third chlorine. These 3 chlorines present in a one plane. I am drawing it. These 3 chlorines are present in a one plane. All these present in a one plane. So I connected all these. So like this. And the remaining 2 chlorines is there. This is the one chlorine and this is another chlorine. One chlorine is above the plane. This is the plane. One chlorine is above the plane. One chlorine is below the plane. So below the plane chlorine I am representing like this. The chlorine which is present below the plane, I am representing here, and the chlorine present above the plane I represented there. The angle between these 2 chlorines, the chlorines which are present in a one plane, this angle is 120 degrees. This angle is 120 degrees, and these 2 are perpendicular to each other. This angle will be taken as how much? 90 degrees. Here is 90 degrees. So the bond angle in PCl5 molecule is 90 degrees and 120 degrees. The molecule with sp3d hybridization, the bond angle is 90 degrees and 120 degrees. The shape of this molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. The shape is trigonal bipyramidal. Already I wrote here. So to understanding purpose, I rewrote again the structure. Structure is important. So this is the sp3 dehybridization PCl5 molecule. Next one is sp3d2 hybridization. sp3d2 hybridization involves the intermixing of one s orbital, 3 p orbitals, 2 d orbitals, resulting in the formation of 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. Let us understand by taking orbitals. Intermixing of one s orbital and 3 p orbitals and 2 d orbitals. 2 d orbitals, resulting in the formation of how many number of sp3d2 hybrid orbitals? 6. How many intermixing? 3 plus 2 5. This is the one. Total is 6. So I am writing 6. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third, fourth. One is above, one is below. Total we have 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. This is also a sp3d2. This is also a sp3d2 hybrid orbital. sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. Clear. Then we have to write the statement. It involves the intermixing of one s orbital, 3 p orbitals and 2 d orbitals resulting in the formation of 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. This is statement number 1. Statement number 2, percentage of s character, p character and d character in sp3d2 hybridization. The sp3d2 hybrid orbitals have how much amount of s character? Total how many is there? So total 1s, 3p, 2d, total 6 is there. So 100 by 6 we will get each one is 16.6% around, and s is only one is there. This is 16.6%. Have 16.6% of s character. So s character. And p character, how many p is there? 3 p's is there. So we will get 50%. 50% of p character. 50% p character. And remaining is d. How much you will get? 33.3% of d character. So this is the second point. Next point, what is the next point? We have to write bond angle. So the angle between any two sp3d2 hybrids is 90 degrees. The angle between any two sp3d2 hybrid orbitals is 90 degrees. And the last point is the shape of the molecule. The shape of the molecule with sp3d2 hybridization is octahedral. The shape of the molecule with sp3d2 sp3d2 hybridization is octahedral. So these are the 4 points relating to the sp3d2 hybridization. The example for sp3d2 hybridization is sf6 molecule. I am taking SF6 molecule for sp3d2 hybridization. So we have two steps. First one is hybridization, the second one is overlapping. First one I am writing hybridization. The first step is hybridization. So first what we have to do, we have to take a central atom. Central atom is what? Sulfur. And writes its electronic configuration. Atomic number is 16. Electron configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4 and 3d0. So d orbitals do not have any electrons. So this is a ground state electronic configuration. This is ground state electronic configuration. Then we have to write orbital boxes. 1, 2 electrons. P orbital, how many electrons is there? 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons is there in the p orbital. 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons is there. D orbital, we have total 5 d orbitals. The d orbitals do not have any electrons will be 0. This is a ground state. Then how many phosphorus is there? How many fluorines is there? The fluorines is how many? 6 here. So we have to make the 6 bond. We have to make it a 6 single electrons. So here is 1 electron. From here is 1 electron jump to the d orbital. 1 electron from the 3p and 1 electron from the 3s. 1 electron from 3s, 1 electron from 3p will be jumped to the 3d orbital. As a jumping, you will get excited state electronic configuration. Now let us write them. So S atomic number is 16, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s. How many is there? 2 electrons is the one is jumped to d orbital. Then remaining is only 1, 3s1. 3p, 4 is there actually, 1 electron jumped to 3d. This will become 3p. So 1 electron will be, we have to reduce, 1 electron will be jumped there, so that only remaining is 3. And 3d, how many is the 3d? 1 electron came from the 3p and 1 electron came from the 3s. The number of electrons will be 2. So 3d, 2. For this case, we have to write orbital diagram. So this case we have only 1 electron. 3p3, 3 electrons is there. 3d2, 1, 2. This electronic configuration is called as excited state electronic configuration. This is excited state electronic configuration. Now we have to intermix them. How many orbitals is there? This is one s orbital. Here is how many p? This is the first p, this is second p, this is third p. How many d? 2 d orbital. Total how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 orbitals is there. We have to intermix them. After intermixing, how many will get? 6 are intermixing, we will get 6 hybrid orbitals. Let us write them. So this is the first one, this is the second one, clear? This is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So one is above and another one is below. These 1, 2, 3, 4 all present in a one single plane. One orbital present above the plane, one orbital is present below the plane. All these are sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. All these are sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. How many we have? Total 6. This is step number 1. Then second step. What is the second step we have? The second one is overlapping. Second one is overlapping. In the overlapping, we have to take hybrid orbitals from the sulfur and we have to take pure p orbitals of fluorine. First we have to take fluorine. Fluorine atomic number is 9. Write electronic configuration. Electron configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. 5. For this case, we have to write a orbital diagram. 1, 2. I'm writing only for a valence shell. I'm not writing 1s, so we have to consider only valence shell orbitals. And p orbital, how many is there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? So how many orbitals is there with single electron? P orbitals, only one orbital with a single electron. This orbital we have to take. This orbital 1. And total how many phosphorus is there? Fluorines is there? 6 fluorines. So second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. All these electronic configurations are remain same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then all have same electronic configurations. So all they have same electron configuration, and one more thing is all of them have same one single electrons in the all of them have only one single electrons in p orbital. This p orbital is filled with 2 electrons. This p orbital is filled with 2 electrons. This p orbital has only one single electron. This p orbital we have taken. All the cases will get like that only. So I'm just only I'm writing orbital diagrams. This is the second case. Here is we have one p orbital. So third one required overlapping space, so that I'm writing the fourth one is here. I will continue, no problem. One, two, three, 4, 5. This is the one single electron is there. This orbital we need. So 3. So like that we have to take all the fluorines. How many fluorines we have total? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to take total number of orbitals is 6. So the total 6 orbitals of the 6 orbitals, p orbitals from the fluorine, we have to do overlapping with 6 hybrid sp3d2 hybrid orbitals of sulfur. Then we'll get structure of SF6. So remaining I'm not writing. Similarly we have to follow. Remaining also we have to follow similarly. Remaining I wrote like this. Here is one. This is the second one. Then this is the third one. So total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wrote 3 remaining. So remaining I am taking as usual so that you can able to understand at this point. Now coming to the, I am taking this 6 sp3d2 hybridals here. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4. All this present in a one plane. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All these are present in one plane. And 2 will remaining 2 is one is present above the plane, one present below the plane. What is it present above the plane? I am writing like this. This one, this is present above the plane. One is below the plane. Which one is present below the plane? I wrote like this. This meaning is 3 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals present in a one plane. One is above the plane, one is below the plane. Then we have to do overlapping with p orbitals. How many is there? We have 6. This is from fluorine. P orbital of fluorine. P orbital of fluorine. And here I am taking another one. This is p orbital of fluorine. This is p orbital of fluorine. Like that I took all p orbitals of fluorines. So these are all the p orbitals of fluorine. Clear? So we have to label them. This is sp3d2. This is sp3d2. This is sp3d2. All these are sp3d2. sp3d2. These are the p orbitals of fluorine. All these are p orbitals of fluorine. These are p orbitals of fluorine. So these two will overlap. These two will overlap. These two will overlap like this. All these will overlap. As a result of overlapping, what is the structure we can expect here is this one. Right? These are sp3d2 hybrid orbitals, and this is the overlapping. right? This is the overlapping. This is from phosphorus, this is the center from phosphorus, this is from where? Fluorine. Between the phosphorus and fluorine, one bond is formed. This is the, between phosphorus and fluorine, another bond will be get formed. Like that, between the phosphorus and fluorine, bonds will be get formed. So this is sp3. Actually, examination while writing examination, the structures, how to label it. So sp3d, this one from p orbital of fluorine. This is sp3d2. This is also sp3d2. This is the p orbital. sp3d2 hybridized orbital overlap with the p orbital of fluorine. And similarly, we have to label all. In examination while writing, you have to label all of them. sp3d2 p orbital. This is sp3d2. This is p orbital. Similarly, this is also sp3d2. This is p orbital. We have to label them all. So we have to write the structure of SF6 molecule. Sulfur present at the center. Sulfur present at the center. And what we have? Sulfur present at the center. 3 fluorine. So this is one fluorine, second fluorine, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So this is the first fluorine I wrote, and this is the second fluorine I wrote. This fluorine I wrote. Next I am writing this fluorine, and this is the third fluorine, and this is the fourth fluorine. These 4 fluorines present in a one plane. These all fluorines are present in a one plane. One fluorine is above the plane, and one fluorine is below the plane. One fluorine is above the plane, one fluorine is below the plane. So connect what is the fluorines present in a one plane. So these, what I connected to the dotted lines, these all fluorines are present in a one plane. This fluorine present above the plane. This fluorine present above the plane, and this fluorine present below the plane. So this is a SF6 molecule. The bond angle between any 2 fluorines you can take. Any 2 fluorines, the angle will be taken as 90 degrees. The angle will be taken as 90 degrees. If you take any 2 fluorines, the angle is 90 degrees. We have to take. This is and one more thing is the shape of the molecule is octahedral. The shape is octahedral. We have to connect all. These 3 we have to connect. So this is the shape of the molecule is octahedral. This is a SF6 molecule. Even these 2 also we have to, these 2 we have to connect. These 2 we have to connect like this. These 2. The shape of this molecule is octahedral. This is a sp3d2 hybridization. So first step is hybridization, the second one is overlapping. So SF6 is example. The shape of the molecule is octahedral. The bond angle is 90 degrees. Next class I will come out with another topic.